The account she gives of the Portland hospital, the supposed birth itself, appears to be completely fabricated. Everyone is already familiar with the first part of the story. What truly crossed the line was the sheer disrespect shown toward the Queen. The cruelty lies in the fact that she had only recently married into the royal family. Someone once known for smiling, interacting warmly with children, and projecting friendliness somehow transformed into a figure driven by bitterness and retaliation. Prince Harry is reportedly experiencing a total emotional collapse, and frankly, it is hard to fault him for that. Tom Bower has just released what may be his most damaging revelation yet regarding the Sussex children, and the impact is rippling across the entire royal sphere. These are not mild accusations. They are claims powerful enough to obliterate Harry's public standing, dismantle Meghan's carefully constructed persona, and potentially eliminate Archie and Lilibet from the royal line of succession permanently. Lady Colin Campbell appeared on live television and delivered a statement so explosive that Harry's legal representatives were allegedly issuing threats before the broadcast had even concluded. There was barely time to process it. Just 3 days later, attention shifted sharply as observers began to notice something unsettling. The suggestion now being circulated is that the greatest royal secret of all has been hiding in plain sight the entire time. At the center of this storm are questions surrounding biological parentage, alleged surrogacy arrangements, and a level of deception that would make even the most infamous royal controversies seem trivial by comparison. Harry is no longer simply worried about his public image. He is now facing allegations that strike directly at his identity as a father. The continued silence coming out of Montecito is only intensifying the situation. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were recently photographed out on a sushi date in California. Just last week, they marked their son Archie's birthday. But when issues involving bloodlines and royal succession arise, remaining silent does not calm the situation. It only fuels speculation. Before going any further into this unfolding drama, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. This story is far from finished, and developments are continuing rapidly. So what exactly did Tom Bower reveal that has left Harry in such visible distress? According to numerous sources, the internet erupted after old pregnancy photos resurfaced. And to many observers, the details appear disturbingly persuasive. The latest claims put forward by Bower suggest that the long-protected mystery surrounding the births of Archie and Lilibet may not align with what the public was originally told. The allegations include rumors of surrogacy agreements, intentional secrecy, and even more alarming implications regarding the children's biological origins. What makes this especially brutal for Harry is that Bower is not merely questioning whether Meghan carried the children herself. He is reportedly implying that the entire family narrative presented by the Sussexes could be a carefully constructed illusion. As if matters were not already dire, another individual has insisted she was promised two things: privacy and financial compensation. Then Lady Colin Campbell entered the situation with a declaration that sent shockwaves through royal circles. Speaking calmly, during a live television appearance, she looked directly into the camera and said something no one expected to hear on mainstream television. She stated plainly that Archie and Lilibet are Harry's children, but that Meghan Markle did not give birth to them. This was not framed as rumor or speculation. It was delivered as a confident assertion from someone widely known for her royal connections. The silence that followed was not theatrical. It was devastating. Harry's response was immediate and defensive, and many found it revealing. Legal threats reportedly began circulating before Lady Colin Campbell had even finished speaking. His team condemned the remarks as offensive and intrusive. Yet that rapid reaction only prompted more questions. If there was truly nothing to hide, why respond with such urgency? Why escalate legally instead of simply presenting evidence? That moment marked the beginning of a genuine firestorm. What had once been dismissed as rumor suddenly gained traction. For years, the public accepted the story of Archie and Lilibet without question. Now social media erupted, hashtags trended, and people everywhere began asking the same uneasy question. If these claims are entirely false, why not provide definitive proof and end the debate? The public is no longer murmuring quietly. They are demanding answers, and they are doing so loudly. What makes this controversy fundamentally different from previous Sussex scandals is the magnitude of what is at stake. This is no longer about personal grievances or family disputes. It goes far beyond that. In the United States, this is not about emotional fallout. It is about royal succession. And that is where the situation becomes deeply uncomfortable for Harry and Meghan. Consider the timeline surrounding Archie's birth. The palace announced that Meghan was in labor 7 hours after Archie had reportedly already been born. 7 hours. That timeline alone raises serious questions if everything was as straightforward as claimed. Then there is the issue of location. Harry and Meghan were living at Frogmore Cottage, while Archie was allegedly born at the Portland Hospital in London, roughly 20 miles away. Yet in Harry's own memoir, he wrote that they returned home within 2 hours of the birth. Anyone familiar with childbirth understands how implausible that scenario sounds. The pregnancy photographs raise further doubts. For years, critics have highlighted moments where Meghan's baby bump appeared oddly staged. The hand placement, the shifting shape, the way it seemed to change between appearances. Online investigators scrutinized every public outing and documented numerous inconsistencies. Entire discussion threads emerged analyzing what they describe as evidence of a prosthetic bump. Meghan herself reportedly reacted angrily to the speculation surrounding surrogacy. Equally revealing is what did not happen. When William and Kate's children were born, they were photographed and presented to the public within hours. With Archie and Lilibet, days passed before any images were released. Even then, the photos were tightly controlled and professionally staged, revealing very little. These stories persist because the details never stop conflicting. The demands made about how the births were announced only deepen suspicion. Each inconsistency paints Harry as either unaware of what was happening or actively complicit. This is where the issue becomes constitutionally devastating. British law requires that royal heirs be born of the body to retain titles and succession rights. This is not ceremonial tradition. It is a legal requirement. If Bauer's allegations are proven accurate, Archie and Lilibet could be removed from the line of succession entirely. They currently hold 6th and 7th positions. But if surrogacy or third-party biological involvement is confirmed, their claims would be nullified. This is not a minor embarrassment. It represents a potential constitutional crisis capable of reshaping the monarchy itself. The palace appears aware of this, which may explain why it took months to officially list the children on the royal website. Other royal births are typically updated within days. Insiders believe quiet internal verification processes were underway before anything was made official. Lady Colin Campbell has been outspoken about this issue, demanding definitive proof that Meghan physically carried and delivered the children. Her argument is straightforward. Without certainty regarding biological origins, there can be no legitimate claim to titles or succession. For Harry, this represents a terrifying possibility. If further evidence emerges and public pressure intensifies, the palace may be forced to act. The humiliation of having one's children stripped of royal status would be unbearable. Reports from Montecito describe Harry unraveling under this pressure. He is said to pace the house, obsess over media coverage, and lash out at staff who mention the controversy. The prince, once admired for his independence and advocacy, now appears deeply unstable. What is fueling this breakdown is fear. Harry reportedly tracks every article and online discussion about his children. For someone who built his identity around mental health awareness, the irony is stark. His greatest fear is no longer personal reputation. It is the possibility that even worse truths may surface. That level of anxiety suggests there is far more at stake than has been revealed. Meanwhile, his wife's response could not be more different. While Harry spirals emotionally, Meghan has shifted into calculated crisis management mode. Legal warnings are being sent to media outlets. Lawsuits are being threatened. Yet the strategy may backfire catastrophically. Legal action opens the door to discovery. Medical records, timelines, witness testimony, all could be compelled into public view. An Instagram post from June 2025 appeared designed to counter surrogacy rumors, showing Meghan dancing in what looked like a hospital room. Critics immediately dissected the footage, questioning its authenticity and timing. The contrast between their reactions is stark. Harry appears panicked and unraveling, while Meghan remains controlled and strategic. This dynamic has led critics to question whether Harry has ever truly been in control of his own narrative. One lingering question continues to trouble observers. Why has the royal family maintained such noticeable distance from Archie and Lilibet? Other royal children are regularly seen with extended family. These two have largely remained absent. The palace's silence on the birth allegations is equally striking. Typically, false claims are swiftly addressed. In this case, there has been no official clarification. Commentators suggest the family may be deliberately distancing itself to avoid future fallout. If the allegations prove true, the palace can claim it never formally endorsed the children's succession. Even Meghan's own family has added fuel to the fire. Thomas Markle has reportedly questioned whether his daughter gave birth to either child. Samantha Markle has gone further, suggesting questions about biological paternity itself. Lady Colin Campbell continues to insist she possesses sources and information she has not yet disclosed. Her confidence suggests she is prepared for legal confrontation. Speculation about third-party donors has intensified. If confirmed, it would destroy the Sussex narrative entirely and raise profound questions about Harry's biological connection to the children. Every unanswered question deepens suspicion. Every legal threat increases public doubt. The Sussex brand is facing something far more damaging than past controversies. This is no longer a public relations problem. It is about legitimacy, bloodlines, and history. These questions do not fade. They endure. Calls for DNA testing continue to grow louder. One simple test could end the controversy. Refusal only fuels speculation. Harry is trapped. Agreeing to testing risks exposure. Refusing ensures permanent doubt. Either way, his reputation suffers. If legal action proceeds, discovery could expose everything. The attempt to silence critics may ultimately reveal what has been hidden. Tom Bower's revelations did not merely scratch the surface. They tore it open. More disclosures are expected. Silence only deepens suspicion. Royal scandals pass, but questions of succession endure forever. They stain legacies for generations. So the question remains, will Harry choose transparency or continue hiding behind silence? Because with every passing day, the narrative grows darker. The world is watching. The clock is ticking. And Harry's options are disappearing. What do you think? Should Harry and Meghan submit to DNA testing and end the controversy, or continue avoiding the issue while speculation grows? Share your thoughts below. Subscribe for updates, because this story is nowhere near finished. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.